That's this and that's that. Hi, I'm Arexi Pukeniken, and we're balling today, tomorrow, and most definitely yesterday. At what cost? Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Balling at what cost? Live. Live. Balling at what cost? Today we are covering. Firstly, we're gonna go with F1. We're gonna go with Formula One. We are reaching the boiling point. If anything, the pot is already simmering. That is what we're gonna tackle first. After that, we're gonna talk deep dive UFC 321 in Abu Dhabi this freaking weekend. Tomorrow night, Saturday night, it's going down. Tom Aspinall defending his heavyweight title against Cyril Gane, arguably his most dangerous opponent yet so far. It is crazy. It is madhouse. It is a beautiful weekend. I'm Arexi Pukeniken, once again, your host, your director, your everything, really, producer, everything, executive producer, everyone included, all the titles above. I am redonkulously tired. The reason why I'm wearing these 3D glasses is because look at the fucking dark eye bags under my eyes. Like, y'all don't know how sleep deprived I am. For one reason or another, I'm just, I'm on the internet, so I know this is going on the record. But let's just say the week of 24th of October 2025, Arexi Pukeniken was going through some shit. All right, shit got a little existential there. We lost some money. We're like the NBA, dude. Fucking shit is getting real, dude. Maybe the mafia is involved. Who knows, dude? Maybe lives are in danger. Who knows, dude? We're like literally like we're in so deep. Like, ladies and gentlemen, that's why I gotta say to you, like, the past, like, let's just say, like, month or two, we've gone deep, dude. We've been balling so hard that we couldn't even go live publicly. We couldn't publicly ball at what cost. We had to, and we still, like, low-key in the freaking trenches right now. We're low-key still in the goddamn trenches right now, and we got to pull ourselves out of it. Okay, this is a dire situation, and it is a dire situation for Oscar Piastri as well. Currently, our Formula One 2025 season World Drivers' Championship leader, Oscar Piastri, an Australian legend who I personally thought was, most likely going to win the championship from the get-go. Of course, I had my Ferrari delusions. They have already faded away, although I'm going to get back to that later. Oscar Piastri has... This is when you finally understand just how hard it is to even be leading a championship in Formula One. And the fact that Oscar Piastri was able to take the lead pretty early on in the season and just keep it. That's shown you. And he's never had a big dip. I have to say, after Australia, his biggest dip was Baku, right? And Baku was only a few rounds ago. All right. And it's been now since Baku it's been up and down. It's been a little sketchy for Oscar Piastri because I'm sure for him it's more intricate than my explanation or my theory, but I do think it's just that if he's struggling from free practice 1, it's very hard for the boy to kind of like scrape the pieces back together to be able to, go all the way. Right. And Oscar Piastri, the Savage himself, I mean, he's just kept it together the whole time. Right. And he's still keeping it together. It's never been easy for him. Singapore, you want to talk about, Oscar Piastri keeping it together, where it was kind of like Oscar Piastri his goal is to win the Drivers' Championship, right? But he understands that it is not as simple as it is to just say it, right? Or to just kind of tell yourself that. Especially, after he started off the season, having arguably one of his worst performances, right? In Australia at home as well. And I know that lit the fire under his ass, because pretty much after that, he wins from round 2 to round 6. He wins pretty much every single one of them except for Japan, right? And then you have something like Imola, right? Something in my head, just it's burnt the memory of Verstappen overtaking Oscar Piastri lap 1, turn 1 in Imola. Something about that where it was kind of like that was a reveal of character, of what kind of champion or potential champion Oscar Piastri can be one day, right? If he wasn't the guy he is, I'm 100% sure Oscar Piastri would have made contact with somebody in Imola. And that I have to put so much emphasis on Imola, because round 7 was redonkulous. Round 7 was simply just, I didn't know how Oscar Piastri was so patient and so, kept together, because he, in a way, he understood that he was in a worse off position when it was in the race. And he also understood Max Verstappen is going to send it. And if I send it the same percentage as he does, then we're both out. Simple as that. Right? And also Oscar Piastri racing Norris hard enough so that Norris ended up with just a P2. Right? Monaco was Monaco. We kind of can skip through that. But, I mean, then Spain, Piastri does a very good job. Once again, Canada was a Mercedes masterclass. Austria, Norris is just redonkulously strong. And then you can also still argue that Piastri got, with the blue flags, the Alpine fucked him over. So then that was another one of those, is like, well, what could have been? Silverstone was Silverstone. I think, again, one of those where you just feel for Oscar Piastri as an Oscar Piastri fan, because I think Max Verstappen just did one of those switcheroo, don't hate me, hate the game type dealios, you know what I'm saying? And Oscar, that was one of those where Oscar probably, it's like, he probably would have told himself afterwards, it's like, damn, dude, I shouldn't have, I got to be careful of the Verstappen mind games, because this guy's elite with the mind games, right? Belgium, he holds his ground, better race pace than Norris. And then Hungary, it's a little weird. It was a little weird, but Hungary's Hungary, so trying to take somebody over is not the easiest. Netherlands, of course, then that's where Piastri kind of, I feel like the luck kind of finally sided with him. If you consider I would say Austria, possibly Great Britain, Silverstone, possibly. I mean, these instances were probably in the back of his mind. So when Norris got the DNF in the Netherlands in Zandvoort, then I think Piastri was like, okay, the luck is like, okay, it worked out in my favor. But after that, like, guys, like, let's be honest. If Norris didn't get the DNF, like, who knows? Who knows what would have happened? We just haven't seen Piastri do his thing pretty much since Spa. I could pretty much say so. Like Spa, I haven't. Hungary, yes. You know what? Hungary. I think he was still on point, but Oscar Piastri has to piece the puzzle together with 5 more races, man. Like, he needs to piece the puzzle. He needs to like, I kind of said this before, but I'm going to reiterate. He's either got to make the decision of cock blocking both dudes that are trying to go for his ass, or he decides to get cucked, but in the most possible way. Maybe if you're the cuck, then the two that are caught up in the mess might get a little messy. If Norris is fighting for his life to gain on Piastri, but so is Max Verstappen, because Max Verstappen is just going to drive 110% for the last 5 races. And if Piastri doesn't feel like he just has the consistent pace, like stronger pace than Lando Norris and Max Verstappen, I think Oscar Piastri is simply going to have to make the 2 decisions. I mean, it's either I am faster than these 2 dudes and I got to hold my ground in P1, or kind of like Imola, you just let those guys go right ahead and see what happens. Let's just see what happens. All right? Norris is still out here revealing his hand that he's a fast dude. He can drive the fuck out of Formula 1 car, but he might not be able to race the fuck out of a F1 car. All right? Because Charles Leclerc defending like a lion, against Lando Norris, and that's why Lando Norris ultimately couldn't even bring the fight to Max Verstappen. Mexico, Brazil these are very important ones. Las Vegas is weird. I'm almost like, in my mind space, Mercedes are just going to dominate Las Vegas. Like, in my mind, George Russell is going to, like, 5 seconds ahead of the leader. That's what's going to go down in Las Vegas. And to be honest, I think Qatar, Piastri has historically had very good pace there. Mexico and Brazil is where Oscar Piastri has to decide to either use his racecraft as advantage and his possible potential race pace advantage, or you just let the 2 dudes fight it out. Norris is still struggling with his racecraft, and now Norris is not comfortable whatsoever racing wheel to wheel with Max Verstappen, out of all people. Like, if Leclerc made him so uncomfortable that in the post-race cool-down room, he said, yeah, it would be nicer, like, as in Austin, would be nicer if it was easier to, like, overtake. It's like, what? Like, did you, like, literally Leclerc said, what? And Max Verstappen side-eye, like, what? What's he? Is he, like, suggesting that, like, maybe racing isn't even part, like it should just be, like, a kid? Like, what? That was, it's I don't know. I think Norris reveals his hand too much sometimes. I feel bad for the kid. You know, you can see through the guy sometimes, it feels like. He's got to be better at masking, dude. He's got to be. That's why Lewis Hamilton is the GOAT, dude. First of all, after everyone, first of all, I want to thank all the hard-working people back at the factory, and I want to show my gratitude to all the fans who are here. Norris, dude, you got your new monster drink, right? You're literally, for young kids, you have the quadrant, and that's only growing and growing. Your social media presence is only growing and growing, dude. You gotta be like more like, hey, all right, hey, all right. Can't stop revealing yourself too much. It's driving me crazy, dude. It doesn't like look good at all. And what, you think Max Verstappen hearing that in a cool down room after he just got the easy dub, and then he's like, dude, what? Dude, now Max Verstappen is gonna be like, honestly, dude, even if Max Verstappen has made up his mind that he does not want to even win the fifth one, like he's like something like 4 is a lucky no, like Max Verstappen is for sure going like, yeah, but I mean, if I can't win the drivers' championship, then I'd rather fucking Oscar Piastri win this shit than Norris. Like, Verstappen's probably thinking that. Like, yo, Verstappen, dude, there might be a moment with 5 races left to go where Verstappen kind of makes a decision. Do I help out Piastri or do I help out Norris? And I'm telling you, I think the odds are Max Verstappen helps out Oscar Piastri a little bit, okay? It might just be, but hey, I love the narrative. Right now, I am all about the current narrative in Formula 1, which is Oscar Piastri. Yes, the lead is there, but it's not comfortable at all. I think that's, yes, of course, it's not a very comfortable lead. Norris is still keeping it together in terms of race pace. Like, he's still like up there qualifying. He's always going to be up there. And then of course Max Verstappen. He looks like he's pulled it back to race winning form, and it's Max Verstappen. He's in his prime right now. Yeah. Defending 4-time world champion. Like, yeah, like this is like, everyone should be very scared, dude. My butthole been full of tension since goddamn, honestly, since freaking, I'll say Azerbaijan. Since Azerbaijan, of course, I clenched my butt when Piastri crashed into the wall. However, my butthole loosened up because Carlos Sainz won that shit. Which, by the way, it's just like, I forgive Carlos Sainz for what happened in the U.S. I get it, though. He's shooting for the fucking stars. I mean, his ambition is insane right now with Williams, and you can see it whenever they have the Q3 possibility. Then Sainz wants to go all the way, man. He wants to, like, podium. Yes, he said, like, that was one of the best podiums he's ever gone. Bro, I'm sure he wants that win, but I'm sure he wants that win. He's returning this weekend, right? Or he has returned this weekend to where Ferrari has last won a race in Formula 1, which was Mexico 2024, where Carlos Sainz won that shit. Easy money. Pole position, and he won that shit. And that's the last win that Ferrari has had. Yeah, think about that. So what, you think Carlos Sainz isn't going for the podium this fucking weekend? You better make sure. Hey, dude, Carlos Sainz getting that easy. without a doubt. All right. Let's make the predictions. Mexico pole position. You know what? I'm going to do a little research, see what happened last year. Give me this. Give me this. Give me this. Give me this. Races. 2024. Mexico. Norris was ahead. See, but guys, okay, yeah, Carlos Sainz won that shit, but remember what happened last year in Mexico? Verstappen and Norris almost freaking just fully terrorist attacked each other, dude. They pretty much went to war, dog. And I'm surprised last year that they didn't take each other out. They pretty much did. Technically, they did. But not like spin out DNF. But Jesus, you know. So we'll have to see. I think Oscar Piastri, if he doesn't feel like he has the qualifying pace, man, take it easy. Honestly, keep it in the P5, dude. Dude, if he fucking even qualifies P5, I wouldn't be shitting myself over that. You know what I'm saying? They're going to get feisty up there. They're going to get so feisty. Oscar, play it safe. He's like, that's the kind of champion I want, Oscar. Like, he has control. That's the thing. He really, really does have composure, this kid. It's fucking phenomenal. That's what I admire the most about him. So, Max Verstappen, show me what you got. You know what I'm saying? I'll let Max Verstappen go ahead and win this race. Just to show me what's up. Go ahead, show me what's up, man. I'm down for that. Let's spice up this season. I don't give a fuck no more. Of course, I'm rooting for Oscar Piastri, but let's just do this shit, man. 3 fucking dudes rocking it out with their cocks out in the fastest freaking machinery on land. Let's go. Pretty much on 4 wheels. Let's go, dude. This is I love this shit. This is fucking amazing, guys. So pole position. You know what? Pole position, I'll give it to Max Verstappen. Dude, he sends it way too freaking hard, and he's back in control of the car. It feels like they're one whole. So Max Verstappen pole position and race win. Give it to me. Yeah. And Carlos Sainz podium. Give it to me. Yeah. All right. Anyways, let me do this now. Let me do this. Let me do this right here. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's do this. Bam. Oh no, not like that. Stop. Oh god, guys, I'm so not used to streaming. This is so weird. All right. Yeah. All right. Boom. What we're looking at. This is what we're looking at, ladies and gentlemen, right here, because we have UFC 321 in Abu Dhabi or Yas Island or Etihad Arena or UAE. Tom Aspinall, the champ, man, the champ, defending his belt once again against the #1 contender Cyril Gane. Yeah, this is second defense, and let's just say I'm not saying Pavlovich got like, you know, a little checked, but let's just say that I would argue Cyril Gane is at the same elite level as Tom Aspinall is. Of course, we cannot forget that Cyril Gane did get slightly humiliated by John Jones when it came to grappling. Tom Aspinall is fast, but I think Cyril Gane has a very distinctive reach advantage, yes, by 3 inches. And when it comes to heavyweight power, Tom Aspinall is very aware of the danger this poses. Leg reach, dude, you know what? I'd like to see Tom Aspinall hit a little front kicks, you know what I'm saying, to do a little distance management on the feet. But either way, I think Tom Aspinall is going to be able to out-grapple Cyril Gane. However, I do think Cyril Gane is going to put the pace on Tom Aspinall. Like, I do think it's going to be Cyril Gane trying to press Tom Aspinall towards the edge of the cage. So I have to say this is the first like heavyweight championship fight that I've been like very, very, very interested in. It's been such a long time, and so I mean Tom Aspinall been away for quite a while as well. I mean, just because with all the John Jones stuff. But Tom Aspinall is the new generation of heavyweight savages that are born to fight, pretty much. And I think Cyril Gane is quite similar. Incredibly athletic, and just very precise, man. Very, very precise. I think Tom has more of the speed and maybe just the well-roundedness of like MMA. However, Cyril Gane is freaking dangerous, man. Like, this guy is very, very dangerous. So, and also very quick. I think speed-wise, they're quite similar. Of course, maybe the Tom Aspinall 1-2 is kind of crazy. But I do think speed, they're pretty much the same. Height, Tom Aspinall has a little bit of height, but I mean, at the end of the day, Cyril Gane's reach advantage is going to be the biggest danger towards Tom Aspinall. Of course, I'm on the UK side. I'm sorry. In terms of history, I sided with the UK over France. I'm sorry. Of course, it's been a tough week for France. You guys lost all the jewelry, which, to be honest, you guys stole anyway. So what the fuck does it even matter? But I do have respect for Cyril Gane. And he definitely is one of those like showmen athletes too, which I always actually appreciate. He's been on Netflix shows. He's kind of a fucking big deal, this guy. But Tom Aspinall, this bloke is worthy of a king. I'm saying, like, this guy is a fucking, if more British people could be like Tom Aspinall, that'd be great, but Tommy Asp, Tommy Nall. I don't know. I think his suggested nickname, Honey Badger, is pretty sick though. But I don't know why he's refusing. Does he have a nickname? No, he's just called Tom Aspinall. Tommy, you need a cool fighter name. Otherwise, I'm just gonna call you Tommy. Tommy, please defend the belt against the French idiot. Please do it for me, please. All right, but that's my predictions. Dude, I think Tom Aspinall is going to submit Cyril Gane, dude. Like, I do think there's going to be a scramble. I don't think it's going to be first round, but I think, dude, third round submission, Tom Aspinall, something like that. I might be weird, but that's how Hey, dude, if Tom Aspinall KOs Cyril Gane, then I think then Tom Aspinall is going to become like one of the new heavyweight goats instantaneously, pretty much, because Cyril Gane is, I do think, levels above the rest of the heavyweight competition, which Tom Aspinall has already dealt with most of them. And if Tom Aspinall can make it a very quick evening, then geez, then I don't know what else there is. Maybe Tom Aspinall does have to start playing money games with the UFC and go into boxing, dude. Maybe. Who knows? Alrighty, Roo. But that's my prediction for the main event. Let's go down now to see what kind of savages we got down here. Mizuki. Is this her? No, is this her rookie? No, this is not her rookie fight. fourth fight. And oh, is she on a win streak actually? Dang. Maybe, who knows? But Mizuki, kind of fun matchup. I always love a little Asian versus Brazilian action. It's very enticing every time. We have a submission artist over here. Wait. That's insane. Yo, she's on 4 finishes in a row. Wait, who is it? Whoa, 10-1. Nah. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. These Brazilian women are getting better and better, dude. It's wunderbar. Flyweight matchup sounds freaking awesome. Let's go with the Kazakhstan guy. Like, I mean, dude, let's just be fair here. I mean, like, look at the two dudes. Who do you think's gonna win? Do you think it's gonna be this guy? At the end of the day. Next up, we have the matchup of all matchups. I'm trying to see if this is the... No, he TKO'd Call. Dude, he's been away. Bro, Chris Barnett, Biggie Boy. That's his name, right? It's called Biggie Boy. Beast Boy, sorry. Beast Boy. Beast Boy has been away since freaking October 26, 2024, man. So pretty much a year ago. Oh my God, he's fighting exactly a year from now. Damn. This motherfucker been away for 365, dude. Shit. Beast Boy resting up, dude. I get it though. He did suffer a tough loss. But man, this one was the one that put him on his map. This was still to this day one of the best TKOs I've ever seen in the UFC throughout all these years of being a fan. And yeah, spinning wheel kick at heavyweight. And this guy, I mean, like, let's just be honest here. Look at the Beast Boy's build. I mean, 5'9" in the heavyweight division is pretty freaking crazy. Can my thing stop lagging like an idiot? But anyways, going against Hamdi, you know, he's always on the card. You know, he's like a. So I don't know. Let's see what goes down. It's either way, it's gonna be fun, dude. I think Chris Barnett. Let's go, Chris Barnett. Not spinning wheel kick, dude. Teep kick, dude. He's gonna fucking front teep him in the fucking face like fucking heavyweight Anderson Silva, dude. Oh shit, man, that's fucking sick. But yeah, Beast Boy, I'm gonna be looking forward to that matchup a lot. What else do we have? Nathaniel Wood, what a savage. We have Nathaniel Wood next. I'm gonna always root for Nathaniel Wood, man. You can never doubt the guy. Easy peasy pick. Walter Walker going against Louis Sutherland. I'm sorry, Louis, unless you are a freaking brown belt in jiu-jitsu, then fighting style brawler. Okay, dude. Okay, dude. Okay. 10-3. He's on a 4-fight win streak. That's pretty impressive, actually. Vanilla Gorilla from England. That's actually pretty. Is it his debut? No way, right? Yeah, it is his debut. Yeah, because I think Walter Walker was supposed to fight. Who was he? Yeah, fuck. The fight just fell out. But he was supposed to fight in the Brazil card. But the opponent pulled out. Now he's fighting against Louis Sutherland in Abu Dhabi or UAE. Sounds awesome. I'm going for Walter Walker just because I think he is an elite submission artist at heavyweight, and I don't think a lot of heavyweights are ready for that. Next up, lightweight matchup. Oh, I like this. Oh, I really, really like this. No idea. I know Ludovic is a savage. But I wouldn't know enough. So I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go with the Polish guy. Both of these guys could. You know what? I wish these guys have performance of the night. or a fight of the night, because that bonus, maybe they can go take a quick trip to Turkey. The both of these guys, do yourselves a favor, all right? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. And then look at this. This is the opposite. Then these two guys, it's like the opposite. It's like freaking no hair and all the hair. I mean, Ikram Aliskerov going against Park, the Iron Turtle. Look, I respect Ikram Aliskerov a lot. I mean, if they're standing up, I think Ikram is gonna maybe not be able to deal with Park that easily. However, I do think Ikram is gonna win this fight pretty easy, probably TKO or something like that, or submission within the first 2 rounds. All right, but that's my pick. Last fight of the prelims: Nasrat Hakparas versus Quilland Salkid, and this guy is a savage. I'm rooting for this guy. He's one of these just Australian animals, man. Just Australian, puts on the pace, savages that can fucking eat, and can dish it out, man. So let's go squealing, something like that for the dub, Australian matey for the dub. All right, then we go into the main card. Ooh, we got some savages in the main card. Alexander Rakic goes against Azamat Murzakanov. I've only seen like one of Murzakanov's fights, unfortunately. Joined 2022. He's 36 years old. Russian dude, of course. You always got to take that into account. And he's on a 5-fight win streak in the UFC. 5-0 in the UFC. Wow. Who? I saw this one where he took out Menefield. Damn, man. Oh, I don't know. Rakic, if Rakic has gotten over that hump of not, because Rakic kind of like, it feels like he can't eat shots that well at light heavyweight. Dude, I have no idea. It looks like this Azamat guy is a little bit stronger, though. I mean, like, look at the build of these guys. It's completely different. Fuck, what a reach advantage, though. What a reach advantage. You know what? I'll go with Rakic. I really like his fighting style. He is very, very dangerous. I mean, he hurt Yuri Prochazka bad. I'm sure if it was anyone else but Yuri Prochazka, I'm sure he probably would have slept him. But, you know, Yuri Prochazka prevailed, ended up getting the dub. But I think Rakic is actually like very, very elite in terms of the light heavyweight division. I think he just needs to be able to get over that hump of like, you know, like domination. Like I think he needs to be able to eat some shots as well, and be able to deal with adversity or diversity a little bit better. And to be fair, he's on a 2L streak, so I do think he's kind of treating this with fight with desperation, or like he really, really needs this win. While Azamat is just one of these prospects who are on fire. But at the end of the day, Russian dude. So, you know, gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Those Russian guys are different. All right, next up, we got Alexander Volkov. I mean, if we're talking about Russian guys who are different, this guy's different. Going against Jailton Almeida. I have no idea what the hell to think about this. Either Volkov picks Jailton Almeida apart, like just easy unanimous decision, or it's Jailton Almeida tries to grapple, control time, 3 rounds, possibly gets the submission. Like there's, I don't even know. And I think Volkov is like heavily underrated. Like I think people are kind of just, but Volkov has insane amount of experience, and I don't think he's gone through like crazy shit where it's just like he's slowed down. I mean, like look at this, man. 1,000 significant strikes. I mean, this guy's done a lot, man. He's had a really, really great career in the UFC. I mean, he arguably won this fight. Right. I'm so stupid, dude. I'm so stupid. I completely just forgot that Volkov arguably won this fight. And that Dana White, after the decision was made, Dana White said that they made the wrong decision. And the only reason why tomorrow night it isn't Volkov fighting for the title is just because the referees fucked up a little bit. I would almost argue Volkov is close to the... Okay, let's do this. I'll literally pull out the rankings, bro. Give me the heavyweight division rankings. Light heavyweight. Dude, I think Alexander Volkov, Ciryl Gane, Tom Aspinall, you could... let's just see after tonight, all right? Tomorrow night. After tonight, if Ciryl Gane puts up a solid fight against Tom Aspinall, split decision type shit, I would still say Tom Aspinall, Ciryl Gane, Alexander Volkov, they could be in the same group and possibly levels above these guys, right? However, this Jailton Almeida guy, that's the thing. It's like he got a little bit exposed when he fought against Curtis Blades, but he instantly turned it right back around. And Jailton Almeida is one of those fighters too where you can't deny this guy. I mean, look at this guy. He looks so freaking intimidating. He looks redundant. I mean, Volkov is honestly, he looks like kind of like a nice guy. You know, like he looks like he's just, chilling. Like he's just like a, of course, tall, white Russian dude. But, dude, he's like a very wholesome guy. Jailton Almeida, dude, sure, Brazilians are always wholesome. But this guy just looks like when it's in the cage, man, it's a different. And he's very dangerous. I mean, it is the truth that he is very dangerous because he has the potential to knock you out, but at the same time, he is redonkulously dominant when it comes to grappling. So, Volkov, absolute veteran of distance management, though. I think if Volkov can deal with that and stuff the takedowns, which I think with Volkov's height advantage, I think is very doable. I'm saying Alexander Volkov takes the dub, takes the decision win against Jailton Almeida. Next up, Umar Nurmagomedov versus Mario Bautista. I'm not saying anything against Mario Bautista. He's on a pretty crazy win streak right now. He's very disciplined. But dude, we're talking about a Nurmagomedov. All right, we're talking about a Dagestan, brother. Okay. Let's forget. Okay. 2-3 rounds. I go take shit. I go downstairs, cigarette. Don't worry. I don't worry. Umar Nurmagomedov, easy win. I don't worry. Inshallah. Next up. This is for the title. This is for the women's strawweight title because the GOAT herself, Zhang Wei Li, is, I think, has vacated it to try to go for the freaking flyweight belt that Valentina Shevchenko has. So, in the meantime, with the vacated belt, we have Verna Jandiroba versus Mackenzie Dern. Both Brazilian ladies, but opposite ends of the spectrum. However you want to perceive that spectrum, it's up to you. It's up to the audience. It's not up to me. Verna is very dangerous, while Mackenzie Dern is slightly dangerous. That's my opinion. And Verna knows how to grapple. I'm thinking, if anything, maybe Mackenzie has the slight strength advantage. But I think in terms of speed, Verna's got her beat. I do think Verna's gonna get the dub. I do think so. Like I'm not even hating on Mackenzie Dern. Like I'm not even like, and I think she is a very beautiful lady, and I think she's a very talented lady. But I think there's, yeah, dude, yeah. I ain't gonna say more, dude. Otherwise, people are gonna say I'm sexist. They're gonna say I'm freaking, being a misogynist. I ain't gonna say nothing else, dude. I'm not gonna say nothing else. All right. I think Verna's gonna put the pace on her. I really do think so. I mean, Verna is relentless, and she hasn't lost since 2021. While Mackenzie Dern, not to expose my lady right here, but yeah, I mean, she lost early last year to Lemos. And before that, I mean, Jessica Andrade freaking TKO'd her. So, hey, dude, I'm going with Verna. Not saying that pretty girls can't fight, but let's just say Verna's definitely married to the game. You know what I'm saying? All right. Anyways, that's that. That's this. Like I said, Tom Aspinall, hopefully you will defend against the Frenchman. But shout out to both the guys for being some heavyweight kings, some elite level dudes. What a weekend we have up ahead. Pray for me. Pray for the NFL. Pray for the NBA. I mean, I was going to say pray for me with my NFL fantasy team, but like, nah, dude. Pray for NBA, dude, because they might literally just disappear after this season, dude. If Kash Patel, the director of the FBI, is gonna do a little bit more digging, to be honest, maybe NFL's fun. Maybe everyone is just everyone's But let's see, we got some good games going down this week though, but like let's just check out my team real quick. It's gonna be a tough one. Of course, Packers versus Pittsburgh is gonna be a awesome game to see. However, it's tough. It's a tough matchup. Eagles go against the Giants once again. Hopefully the Eagles can win this one. Christ almighty. Buffalo versus Panthers. Let's not surprise anyone, all right? Buffalo Bills, let's bounce back real quick. Kansas City Chiefs versus Washington Commanders. That's actually a very interesting one, especially when my boy Terry McLaurin is finally back. Hopefully we can get cooking again with Terry McLaurin. Yeah, a lot of dudes on bye weeks. Let me see what other games we have. NFL schedule, week 6 schedule. We are in week 8, aren't we? Yes, we're in week 8. Week 8, yes, just last night, Vikings took a bit of a ass beating from the LA Chargers. And then, yeah, let's see. We have Sunday, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Dolphins, Falcons. I mean, I think the Falcons going to win that one. Dolphins are in shambles right now. Bears versus Ravens, let's just say it's going to be a huge win for Bears, and it's going to be a huge loss for the Ravens, whichever way that goes, all right? Same thing goes for this, dude. Same thing, please, Buffalo Bills. Let's not start trolling now, okay? Let's just keep the dominance up. This, again, is just like pray for everyone. Pray for everyone involved in both their organizations, because Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, all those guys in the offense, they're dying a death, and so is Jamar Chase. Without Joe Burrow and everyone else, helping him. I mean, just everyone is it's just gloomy. It's gloomy out there. All right. So praying for y'all. 49ers versus the Texans. That's actually a very interesting lineup or matchup. Of course, 49ers are probably favored. However, Texans, maybe you can prove that you ain't ass. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you can do that. So I'm not going to make the call there. I think it can go either way. Browns versus Patriots. I think Patriots are on a vibe. They're vibing right now. They're vibing with Drake May and Stephon Diggs, and the defense is eating, and everybody eating in Patriots. So, yeah, hell yeah. Let's keep the vibes going. Unless if they put Shiloh Sanders in, then I'm with the Browns. But otherwise, I'm going with the Patriots. Giants versus Eagles. Yeah, let's not mess it up. I swear they matched up like week 6. Could be tripping. Yeah, they matched up week 6. One of the weirder schedule things where they just kind of go back to back against each other. Giants, surprised the world. So let's see if they honestly, if they do it again, that's insane. Then I actually think that the Eagles are not going to go to the Super Bowl. If the Eagles lose to the Giants twice this season, the Eagles won't make it to the Super Bowl because fuck you and your tush push. That's what I say. That's what I think. So no, I'm not gonna rev up the Philly fans. Never. All respect, but I have to give respect to the white boys that are rocking out. In NY. Although the disrespect towards Russell Wilson is, again, it's just, can we do something? I want Russell Wilson, QB1. I want it. Let's make it happen, please. Buccaneers versus Saints. Bucks. Baker Mayfield. May he cook forever. Cowboys versus Broncos. Broncos country. We're going to put that offense into shambles and the Cowboys offense into shambles, and then we're going to start picking up the pace, all right? So Broncos country. Let's ride. Except Sean Payton. You're a dickhead. Go fuck yourself. Okay, see, that's all I needed to do. That was the only thing. Express myself. There we go. Then we got that out of our system, but Broncos country, let's ride. Titans versus Colts. Colts. Yeah. I mean, Daniel Jones is literally the GOAT right now. Like, he's literally better than Tom Brady right now. So, yeah, I guess the Colts are just going to go to the Super Bowl and win that shit this year. I guess. Packers versus Steelers. Let's go for this. You know what? I'm gonna go with the Packers. I feel like they're gonna do a little. I feel like this might be one of those games where defenses play really well, and the offenses can't get that much ahead. But I think Packers might just get the edge, unless Aaron Rodgers pops an extra perky, and then DK Metcalf goes down deep. Anyways, that's a fun one. Commanders, Chiefs. Commanders. Because I don't think the Chiefs are who they used to be. But then again, if they beat the Commanders in dominant fashion, move on to 5-3, then I might as well say, yeah, same old Chiefs. They just keep on winning. Whatever. They just keep on winning. Go to the Super Bowl. Whatever. That's this and that's that. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Arexi Pukeniken. We're balling today, tomorrow, most definitely yesterday. Always stay hydrated. Make sure to, spread that lotion. It's getting cold. It's getting dry out there. And, stay balling. That's the most important thing.